What's going on, everybody? It's Rob here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to take off the headlight on your FRS BRZ. And as you can see, I've already done it over here, so I'll be able to show you quick and easy all the steps to it. So to get started, it's pretty simple, and you're only going to need a couple tools. So for this job, all we're going to need is a 10 mil, an extension, a ratchet, and a flathead. And if you're going to be repinning the headlights, which I'm going to be because I'm switching over to the BRZ, I got a very small little flathead here, which will be easier to get into the connectors. So without further ado, let's get after it. So throw the 10 mil on there. Alright, so first off with the headlight, there's two 10 millimeters up here, one on the top left, one on the bottom right, and then there's one deep in here, which you'll need the extension for, which I'll get to later. So we'll get to that. So these bolts take a little while to get unthreaded, but once you get there, they come right off pretty quick and easy. So this step is really just getting rid of the black outer housing that holds in the light. And then we will actually have to take out the headlight once it's just dangling there, because it's attached to a little pin up here. So let me go grab the flathead, which we will use to pop this pin out, and then we will grab the extension to get the down below 10 millimeters. Alright guys, so for the last bolt that is holding on this black connector is right down in here. I don't know how well that'll light up, but right down here. So we're going to need an extension to get to that, and we'll be able to take that off no problem. There you have it. Alright, so now that that clip and all the 10 millimeters are off, we are going to be good to take off the clip once we get this side over here, which is the remaining pieces to the puzzle. Once you get these two 10 millimeter bolts out, you're going to have to remove this and the blinker. The blinker you can wiggle out on your own probably, since it's access to the back side. But with this, you'll want to take off the black housing first and go in from the back side. Alright guys, now that you have the 10 mils out over here, you can pinch this from the back side and get that out. So now that you have this out, you're going to want to take off this plastic piece. Should just slide right off. And you will gain access to the pin to your side light behind, which you can just pinch and push out. Alright, so now that you have the surrounding connector off, you have to poke this little plug. Let me focus on that. And you have to push it up from beneath, and then you have to push this little tab in, so you have to essentially pull the headlight out towards the middle of the car, and the headlight will be off. So let's get to it. Alright, so when you're removing the headlight, you want it to be pushed out that way towards the center of the car. So now I would suggest removing the connectors to the daytime running light and the headlight before popping it out. Alright guys, so the next part of this is taking off the 6-pin connector that the FRS headlights come on. Now for getting the green sheath off, I would go in the sides to push out the plastic, the gray plastic, and pull in to get the black plastic piece out from underneath it. So now that you have got the green part out, pop up the white part here. You're just going to want to pop this out. So I'm going to pull down little clips under the pins here and then push the individual pin out the back. This can be done with 2 people or 1 person, but it's just easier to try it out a couple times and get it working for yourself. So see how those are popping out? Alright guys, so unfortunately I lost some of the footage from the install that I had going down on the lights, but fear not, I have still got the headlights in, so I will just continue the install while they're already on the car. So once you get the 6-pin connector off of the FRS headlights and de-pin all the wires, depending on whether you want to use the turn signal in the BRZ headlight or not, you can disconnect the plug for the blinker from the bumper area and route it up through kind of next to the filler neck of the washer fluid, and you can then de-pin that from in here, the red wire, and you can wire it into the headlight. This is optional, of course, but I chose to do it just because it's there, and if I go with another bumper eventually, I can just not have to deal with it then. So on the driver's side, I'll just call out the way you have to pin the headlights in order for them to work. So starting on the top line from the left to the right, you're going to start with the blue wire, and then the black wire with the white line, then the white wire with the blue line, and then the white wire with the silver line. So that's left to right on the top row. And then if you choose to use the blinker, now I'm going to be going on the bottom row, so it's going to go red from the blinker, then it's going to go red with silver from the original headlights, then there's going to be a space, and then it is going to be the, black with silver wiring. So that's on the driver's side. Alright, now that we're on the passenger side, I'm going to go in the same direction as last time, left to right, top row and then bottom row for the pins for the headlights. So it's going to be red with from the headlight, black with the white line, red with silver, and then white for the top row. And then on the bottom row it's going to be red from the blinker if you choose to use it, then the white with silver, and then it will be the black with silver. So pretty simple, pretty similar to the other side, but a little bit different, so wouldn't want to screw that up. Obviously, of course, if it doesn't work on the first go, you can test it out on your own, plug and play around a little bit, and I'm sure you'll be able to get it to work. So this is now how the lights will look once you install it correctly. So as you can see, the C light in the BRZ headlight is the DRL, this C light here. The HID is the regular headlight, and then this middle bulb is the blinker. So if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. I'm glad to help, and since I did miss a step or two here or there, feel free to reach out and I can definitely walk you through it. Alright, I'll catch you in the next video.